keyboard. And okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is here. I'm actually going to restart this game because I don't know where it. Close this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to restart this, and I'm just going to make a list of all the stuff we got to do. That way we can start to sort of stay organized, you know, like instead of just like start going into the coding, it might be good to sort of think through things. Let's see, so we got this movement, right? Like WASD movement. We have this jump / flying, click shooting. Intro cat tutorial. Let's see, we have this sort of cat question system. And we have these bats and cards. Card collectibles and bats. So what's exactly like whenever I win, whenever I collect all the cards and I answer all the questions? Is that the win condition? Okay. And then what? Is there any way to lose? Is it the idea that these bats hit you? Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's get started. And then we have all our assets, so that's cool. All we got to do is just plug them in, move stuff around. So we're going to make a new project. Let me see. Let me make sure I have anything else closed. I'm going to set it up. Yeah, let's do a 2D project. I actually already have this name already. So can I just... Here, I'm going to delete that folder so I can call it Major Arcana 2. Right now that just has the art assets. Cool. So this is going to take a bit to load. So here, let's see what we have. We have some art assets in here. We have this, let's see, we have our main character. Let's see what she's doing. Okay. We have this cat, we have our bag. Oh, and we need some cards, right? I think you sent this to me. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Where'd these cards go? Still wondering. Where are these? Are they in the download? Oh, weird. Oh, just trying to find where these assets are. But they are in this folder. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know that stuff is getting downloaded here. What is this called? Tarot cards. Grab this guy. Oh, not that. Grab this guy. Put it in my Unity folder. in here, setting up everything. Have my scene, have my art. This guy will have to take a while to load. These are closed. Let's see. So this guy, this one's the only one that's kind of something different that we have to do. We have to do some sort of like quiz. That checks answer, adds points, decides like and the end team. So the idea of this system is that you answer these questions and at the end it'll tell you what team you're in. In this case, the cards are when you go over, collect them, count cards. If all questions, or here, this is, I'm just organizing my thoughts. Win screen. If all questions are answered, and all cards are collected. And so what? And then also, do you have to kill all the bats in the level to beat it? Okay. So then your bats will make you in the like the bad team. Maybe we can make them follow you around. That won't take too much. Do you want to still keep those like Gryffindor and all that, those teams? Okay. Cool, cool. Well, it seems like it'll take a bit. Ah, let's see. Okay. Cool. Now we wait. So did I put these in here? Art assets, they're all in here. Check. So there's nothing in here. Cool. All right. Seems like it's going to take a sec. Maybe because we already have those assets in there. Let's see, is there anything else I can close to make this faster? Let's get Carl out of here. All right, here we go. We have a Cool. Let's see. So this guy is going to be a sprite. So let's first start setting up our movement. Oh. Okay, so this guy's right here. Let's see, how big do we want her? Maybe like this. We want her camera to always follow her, basically. So we're just gonna parent the camera to the character, just dragging it in here. And we're gonna make some controllers for this character. So let's do character controls. I'm gonna make a new script. And so in the script, we're going to check if one of our keys is pressed, it's going to move toward that direction. That's our first thing we're going to do. Oh, right. So for this character to move, oh, that's loaded. Okay, there we go. So for this character to move, we're going to give it some physics. The way we do that is we give it a rigid body and a collider. There we go. So now, if we hit play, let's see if anything happens. Cool, nothing happens. Let's see. If input dot get key code, right? So key code is like the type that get key wants. So get key is going to check if this thing is on or not. For example, get key code W. So get key, if we press W, then this is going to be true. This is going to get this. You hover over this. This returns a Boolean, which means that this, whenever this happens, whenever this process finishes, it's either going to be true or false. That's what a Boolean is. It says return true while user holds down the key identifier. So this literally in game, when you press W, is going to transform to true. Which means when it's true, it means anything inside these parentheses are is going to happen. So what we're going to do in here is here. We're going to actually first up here. We're going to get a rigid body 2D. So this is this thing we just made. All right. This is a rigid body 2D that we created. Rigid body 2D. So what this does is it lets us do the physics to it. So the thing is that this guy, this script isn't rigid body 2D. It's just this random script. So this random script has to grab this and mess around with it. The way we do that is in here, we get component, rigid body 2D. And since it's a function, we put these little things at the end. These parentheses make it a function. A function is like this one, and it's like this one. It means that whatever you say this word, whatever is inside happens. So in this case, this is something that Unity already knows about. This is a function Unity already knows about. It's going to get a component, which is one of these. It's going to look for something called rigid body 2D. And if it finds it, it's going to grab it. And it's going to give it to this. So now every time we say RB, it's going to open this guy up in the code. And it's going to, we can do stuff to it. So in this case, when we press W, we're going to add a force. Vector 2 up. Oh, actually, what do we want? We want space to make her jump. So here, we're going to change the split. Cool. So what I did is, since we want this person to jump, this girl to jump when we press space, then I did get key down instead of get key. And the difference is get key, if you hold it, it keeps always happening. So, if you're moving, if you're pressing D, you don't want to have to keep tapping on D for it to go to the right. But when you jump, you do want that to happen. So when you press down space, just, it's like checking if the key started like being pressed, not as it's being pressed, but when it started. If you press space, then we're gonna add a force called up, right? So we're just literally telling it, we're just literally like, imagine just like pushing it up in the up direction. Times, let's say jump height. So this is a variable we're going to create. So what this does is we're gonna create this, right? This vector 2 up is just like a 1 in the up direction, right? So this is the same thing as doing new vector 2 0 and 1, right? So what that means is in the x direction it's 0 and in the y direction it's 1. We're literally just pushing our character up by 1. But 1 might not be enough, so we're multiplying it times our jump height. That way we can decide how high she jumps. The only thing I don't know, I don't usually use 2D, so that's why I was hesitant at the beginning. But this would be a good project to do 2D stuff with. So right now, I don't know if it actually, oh, yeah, that's what I wasn't sure. Okay. So, oh, what'd you see? Main camera. Where's our character? Oh, because it's playing, I guess. Ah, see, okay. Oh, I see what's happening, duh. Since our camera is, here, let's do this first. This makes more sense. Ah, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, duh. Since I put my camera in here, it was falling, but we're following it. And since there's just a blue screen, we don't see it. Okay, so this makes more sense. Right now when I press space, nothing happens because our jump height is 0. So we're multiplying 1 times 0. 1 times 0 is 0. So our jump height doesn't work. But now, it's still not enough. Okay, here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a floor because it's going to make it more complicated if we don't have a floor. Where is it created over here? Okay, there's our. Here is our floor. It needs a collision, so it actually hits the floor. And now we can see how far we want her to jump. So I'm gonna press space right now, nothing happens. Let me multiply this times a lot more. Oh. There we go. She's just like, this jump height has to be pretty big. Okay, there we go. So this is kind of how it was set in there. Cool. Let's see, how big is this character? It's pretty small. The thing I would say is like it's kind of floaty. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make her even smaller. And I'm going to change this. Oh, well, this jump height has to switch again. So the scale will feel different, like, because what you can imagine is our character was really big. So when you jump, if something jumped really high, it would take a while to land. And so that's why she felt floaty. So I'm making it a little bit less floaty. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to parent the camera. Also going to move it forward a little bit. Let's see size. Oh, the opposite way. Move this here. There we go. I think that's a good. Let's see. Maybe even a little smaller. Character a little smaller. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put this camera in here again. And our character jumps. Jumps. Right, what did we set this to? So when you hit run and you change things in here, it's good for editing, but you gotta remember that afterward it resets. So I'm gonna, let's see. Yeah, this is good for now. Gotta copy that number and paste it. Okay, so last thing we'll do right now is I'm gonna do this same thing, but for left and right. And yeah, for left and right. So D and A. And so when you hit A, D, A, and instead of down, we're going to hold it. That way you can just hold it down and it'll move. And we want this to be something different. I'm going to call it move speed because we want it to be sort of different from the jump height. Okay. It'll be, oh yeah, and then this one should be right. And this one, let's see, left, right? So when we press A, we gave it a force to the left. Press D, we give it a force to the right. When we press space, we jump. We give it a force up. And move speed, let's see what we should do. So move speed is going to be a lot less than jump height because, kind of like I was saying, updates happening every frame, right? So it could be happening around, let's say, 60 frames a second, depending on how fast your machine's going. So this only happens once. It only happens one frame. Because you press it down, it's only checking if you press it down. This is being held, so every frame 60 times, it's going to add this force. So instead of just doing it once, it's doing it 60 times. So if you see, like, let's do 142. It's going to be crazy because we're doing like 60 times a second, 142. Whoa, just got launched. Cool. Yeah, so we don't want that. Let's do 10. And character movement. Whoa. Okay, she like spinned out of control. Here, let me like just at least do something like this. So you can just see what the heck is happening. And also, that probably means that she was still going too fast. So let's see, let's maybe put this at 5. And cool. Nice. She's on an adventure. It's hard to know she's pressing right because the floor is white. But whoa! So that's happening because she has physics that are affected by gravity, and so if you're on the edge, if you're like a box and you're just standing right at the edge, and most of your box body is on the outside. When I mean box body, it's like this guy. Let's see, how do I, this box collider. See, so you see this. If this is only like a tip on the floor, then the rest is going to tilt forward, just going to start spinning. So we'll fix that stuff. But yeah, that's a good stopping point for today. I think we have some movement, and I can upload this project, and then we can just keep working on it next time. How does that sound? Cool. Do you have any questions about today? Okay, cool. Yeah. So this is, basically the basic concepts we got today are if statements, right? If whatever is in here is true, this is going to happen. Update happens every frame. So this is whatever's in here is happening every frame. Adding force, right? We're just adding force in different directions. And public variables. This public makes it so we can access it out here. So this shows up here, so we can change it. Okay. I'll send you this, and then yeah, let me know next time. We can keep working on it. Yep. Let me see. Yeah, because I have a class like literally right now. But yeah, I'll send you the project. I'll upload it to GitHub, and that way you can have it, and you can check it out if you want to keep working on it. And let me know. I have time tomorrow or during the rest of the week. Awesome. I'll see you. Oh, also, and I'll send you this video so that way you can sort of see what, like, if you want to see, like, wait, why the heck did we do this? You can sort of see it. Cool. I'll see you.